How's it going, everyone? Want to go over a new PlayStation feature that is rolling out right now, a feature that some of you guys might take advantage of. We'll talk about that, and we'll also talk about some sales number information on some notable titles, particularly two exclusives, one of them being a console exclusive, but the other an exclusive outright, Rise of the Ronin and Helldivers 2. We have updates on sales figures and numbers for those. Not figures, exact figures, but some notes on how those games are doing. Alright, first of all, a very nice new feature noted on the PlayStation blog, introducing a new way to invite PS5 players into your multiplayer sessions, as noted by Sabrina Meditz, a senior director of product management and platform experience of SIE. Like so many PlayStation fans, our teams love gaming online, and we're passionate about making it easier for you to connect with other players and form new friendships while gaming. Today, we're excited to share that in the coming months, we'll introduce the ability for you to generate a shareable link on your PS5 console or on the PlayStation app and send it to other PS5 players through any messaging or social media platform. By opening the link, the recipient will be able to hop into your multiplayer session even if they aren't friends with you on the PlayStation Network. Honestly, for quality of life instances, this is an awesome new feature. Not a feature that I saw anybody talk about wanting, but I think this sounds great. For example, if you just met some new friends on your favorite social platform, you can send them a PS5 session invite in the same chat and start playing together right away without needing to add each other as friends on PS5 first. The feature is designed to complement existing methods of joining a session from within a PS5 game, and it's consistent for any supported PS5 game. As this new technology, a small percentage of PS5 games may require an update to ensure the sessions will work seamlessly. We'll collaborate with our development partners to explore the best solution for those games. In addition, we've developed a unique widget for PS5 session invites shared in Discord. The widget dynamically refreshes to show the multiplayer session status, so you'll know if the session is still active before you join. Finally, in the coming months, we'll also introduce the ability for you to share your or another player's PlayStation Network profile on any messaging or social app by generating a link from PlayStation app, the PS5 console, or your web profile on PlayStation.com. These are just few of the steps that we're taking to make it easier for you to connect with players online and jump into multiplayer sessions. We're committed to ongoing innovation in the space and listening to your feedback, so let us know what you think. Honestly, I don't feel like Sony and PlayStation a lot of the times as far as online play are ahead of the curve and super innovative, but this is one instance where I'm actually happy that, you know, it's not like this was a feature that people were drumming about. At least I didn't see people drumming about it, but you know, this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool, especially in this era that we live in. Like, I'm not meeting random people, generally speaking, on social media platforms and whatnot, but I know a lot of people do. Like, you randomly just become friends with people after ranting on Twitter or X about certain things, and then you become boys, and then, you know, just adding quality of life, improvements to this. I think this goes a long way, and small improvements like this in totality, in conjunction with each other, I just think makes an overall better user experience on any social gaming platform. I think Steam has done a phenomenal job in that. Steam just implements these little tweaks, these little bonuses, these little implementations that over time you're just like, man, Steam is so ahead of the curve as far as its competition, and against every other platform, that Steam is a really great service. I feel like with stuff like this, it comes together over the long term, and ultimately, you get a much better service at the end. That's my 2 cents. Exciting to see this roll out. Is it something that I'm gonna use often? Probably not. I don't play online that much these days anymore, but you know, I'm in the minority as far as that's concerned. Actually, as far as our audience goes, you know, so many JRPG fans, so many people that are canceling PS Plus that I read in the comment section, that it might not be as much of a minority as in the grander totality of PlayStation, but, you know, in the grander totality of PlayStation, it is seemingly a smaller amount. Moving on from that, talking about a game that you could use this new feature with, Helldivers 2. I'm sure talking about Helldivers 2, you'll find people online that you'll want to play with, and easier accessibility as far as inviting them. Well, how about this? Matt Piscatella noted on Twitter, Helldivers 2 remains the best-selling premium game of 2024 year-to-date after placing 2nd in March. Helldivers 2 currently ranks 7th lifetime US dollar sales for PlayStation published titles, just 2 months after its launch into the market. And on top of that, it was noted that as far as this being a cross-gen release, it is going to be one of those elements that was big for the game doing as well as it did. It was a resounding and outstanding success as far as Helldivers 2 being a cross-platform release in the sense that it came out on PlayStation 5 and PC. Now, Helldivers 2 is also one of those games that it's a live service title. You need to have the largest amount of people playing the game possible in order for a game like this to be successful. And that's a gigantic pool of people to monetize the game. If there's 1 million, 1.2 million people playing the game every month, that's a significant amount of people that you can monetize, get people to buy super credits, get people into the microtransactions. Obviously, Helldivers 2's microtransactions are pretty well done, but still, the people that I've talked to playing Helldivers 2, only a couple of them have not spent money on the game. Now, this is a small sample size. This is just my inner circle. I know a lot of you guys watching this video have played Helldivers 2 without spending any money, but all my boys that played Helldivers 2, they loved the game, and they ended up spending money just from the standpoint of, oh, they enjoyed the game, let me throw them a couple bucks for some super credits, and that's a great way to generate more revenue off of a game. How about that? Respecting your consumers, and then the consumer rewards you for said respect by giving you that money that you could have asked for in a greedy manner, but you're getting it off the basis of respect and creating a quality game. Funny how that stuff works. Helldivers 2 has just been one of the outstanding successes in gaming in general this year, and it's good to see that it's doing this well. And by the way, 7th in lifetime US dollar sales for a Sony published title. That's an insane statistic, given that it was a $40 title. I know that there was the Super Citizen Edition and whatnot, but that is a staggering success. Of all of the Sony published games in history, it ranking that high is absolutely remarkable. So that cannot be understated, how successful that game has been. Also, while Team Ninja hasn't announced official sales figures for Rise of the Ronin, they are saying that the sales are pacing ahead of Neo and Neo 2. Neo is actually a pretty solid comparison point because if I remember correctly, Neo came out in February of 2017. That would put it at the exact same amount of time the PlayStation 4 was out until Neo's release, in comparison to how long the PS5 was out until the release of Rise of Ronin, because PS4 came out fall of 2013. You had the release 3.5 years later of Neo in early 2017, February of 2017. Rise of Ronin, PS5 came out fall of 2020. Rise of Ronin comes out early 2024. Yeah, that would be about 3.5 years as well there. So a little bit under 3.5 years, really. It's about like 40 months or so, but you know, nonetheless, around the same time. So Rise of the Ronin doing that well, that's a really, really solid stat to know. I wasn't expecting Rise of the Ronin being an absolute blowaway title, but it does seem like it's one of those games that did perfectly fine and perfectly acceptable. And remember, Neo was a console exclusive on PS4, so it's not like that game was multi-platform. It didn't even get a PC release until later on down the line. I imagine that'll be same with Rise of the Ronin, where it'll be coming out on PC sometime later on down the line. But as far as its PlayStation release, at least pulling respectable numbers, all things considered. It'll be interesting to see if they do decide to do a sequel, but nevertheless, that game is available now. At this point, if you haven't picked it up, I would probably just say wait on a sale. I'm sure it'll be discounted by the summertime and might be something worthwhile to check out then. But that is going to do it for me. Again, a nice new feature coming to PlayStation 5. Really like it. A quality of life feature and a quality of life improvement. But those improvements do stack up and create a much better experience in conjunction with one another. Helldivers 2 and Rise of the Ronin both doing fairly well, all things considered. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.